The fuck going on in this motherfucking bitch? They call me the Black Charlie Sheen, aka One Chains. I'm also known as fitness trainer Mr. Train Your Girl. She be doing squats all over my dick. In some circles, I'm just simply known as the Don. The Don, the Don. Sometimes, they even call me Roleon Papis. The way I roll up the opposition and smoke it, you know what I'm saying? By the way, a few days ago, I was doing some work, and I was watching Keko, my good friend Kek, ladder on OU a little bit, and he was using Roleon Papis. Like, it's a very low account for me. He was just like testing some shit. And somebody recognized the name Roleon Papis and showed some love. I really appreciate that. That was fucking hilarious, bro. Thank you so much. Shoutouts to you, my guy, who recognized. Mafia is all love. Now, this is Team Builder for week 6 of the motherfucking SPL, you know what I'm saying? I give you a go, my SPL, you know what I'm saying? We're going up against my boy Nexus. Very good friend of mine. Phenomenal guy. Absolutely phenomenal guy, bro. This is one of the funniest people out there. One of the nicest people out there, bro. Like, our conversations are always very wholesome and very fun. Like, this man, only respect from the Mafia. True Mafia member. Now, his team, on the other hand, is not 2P, I gotta say. Because this motherfucker has the fattest shit in the league, I feel like. Well, okay, let me explain this. Like, between Alamamola, Mandibus, and Hippowdon, and even King Gambit to an extent, I can't do much. Like, he can just heal off the damage that I do. I don't have insane damage dealers like Chiyu or Bundle that we had last season, you know what I mean? So we have a more balanced team. So it's very difficult to break through this shit. Like, Alamamola just regenerates the shit off. Mandibus just roosts and fucking U-turns. Hippo just slacks off, gets chip damage with sand. So, like, this shit is hella annoying. Really annoying, this team. On top of that, Moth completely annihilates me. Like, I don't have switch-ins to Moth. Realistically, I have no motherfucking switch-ins. Moth just dismantles my whole fucking team. Like, I have to play very carefully against the Moth and try to, like, chip it down as fast as possible. Valiante is not that big of a threat, I gotta say. I can even see him not bringing it, for example. But, Electrode, on the other hand, is very, very dangerous and annoying. That's why I'm actually gonna skip forward a little bit, and I'm gonna say that we're not bringing Sandaconda for this one. Even though Sandaconda was the absolute MVP of the last, like, 3 weeks, and last week it 6-0'd. But, Sandaconda just gives Electrode for free, lets it come in for free, which we don't want to happen, you know? So realistically, I'm expecting probably shit like Hippo, Mamola, Mandibus, the Cornerstone bullshit, Iron Moth, Electrode, and potentially maybe instead of one of them, there's gonna be King Gambit. He might also bring the dog, but I don't think the dog is too good into me because there's so many things that can kind of stop the dog, you know? So I would expect this, but maybe Sandslash even to an extent, because Sandslash does look decent too, if it is D's up. So, like, what I'm saying is that I don't really expect... Actually, I guess Dog and Valiante I don't expect too much. The rest should be probably coming. Maybe Cornerstone doesn't come. Even though Cornerstone, if it retains the sturdy, it's actually really annoying for me to switch into. But let's see what Mav cooked up. Last minute preparation, as fucking always, bro. And not even last minute preparation. Not even last minute preparation. Why is my camera like this? Wait, what? How does that make sense? This is over the... What? Okay, my camera is on... It's up... How do I explain this? In Streamlabs, it is definitely on a higher layer than the motherfucking... than the browser, bro. But, okay, I guess we're gonna fucks with it. We just fucks with it. We just go with it. Now look, this game, how to put it better? We didn't even do any, like, theory crafting as much. Like, Mav just built a team. He was like, you like this? I'm like, yeah, I like this. And we didn't really speak about too many scenarios. We didn't really speak about leads. That's what we usually do. Even if we don't prepare much in terms of team building, but at least we, before the game, me and Mav, we discuss what kind of, like, what lead scenario, what type of scenarios I should behave in. You know what I mean? Like, a little bit of theory crafting of how the game is gonna go. But this time, nothing at all. So like, we're not only going in raw without any preparations and mocks, but we're going in raw without any plan. Alright? I smoked that plan. That plan was already fucking smoked, so there is no plan going into this game, alright? We got Tiago, Cinderace with Electro Bolt tech and enough special attack to 2 KO La Mamola. Like, we're gonna have to break through La Mamola because this shit is gonna be annoying, switching in and out, wish passing, all that type of shit, you know? So like, Electro Ball is to bait the Lomomola switch and try to 2 KO it. Most likely, he's gonna switch into, after seeing Electro Ball, he would try to get Regenerator, switch into Hippowdon as a Will-O-Wisp and then U-turn. Pyro Ball is just for overall damage. Like, this Tiago set seems really fucking good. Not too much devastating in terms of damage, but it seems to be like really, you know, crippling for the opposing team. Now we got Jessica, Florges. This is probably the star of the show. Hopefully it's gonna shine in the battle too. This is a crazy set. It's basically max special attack, modest, with Trailblaze Calm Mind. Now the idea is that after Trailblaze, this shit outspeeds Iron Moth. I don't think it outspeeds Electrode, I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't think it does. But it outspeeds Iron Moth, which is big. And it would actually outspeed Electrode if its speed creeps Cinderace. But if Electrode is max speed, it doesn't this doesn't outspeed. But the thing is about this is that if I can catch the Iron Moth, if let's say Iron Moth is a little bit chipped, and I can catch it on the switch with Trailblaze, and then I Calm Mind and Psychic, Psychic would do, +1 Psychic would do like 89% minimum, okay? So like, if, let's say we get a layer of spikes damage on this, or we get some form of sand chip plus U-turn chip, you know, whatever it is, we would be able to, with Trailblaze, to actually kill with Psychic. So that's kind of like the idea where I'm trying to like set up the Jessica, because let's say we go into we bring in this on Mandibuzz, and Mandibuzz has to switch, right? And he's gonna think, oh, what is it? Wish, protect, fucking Baton Pass, Moonblast? Yeah, Iron Moth is free, you know what I mean? He's gonna think that. And he would bring in Iron Moth, and we just took in Psychic that shit, and, you know, I mean, we Calm Mind on it, because this is a fucking Florges, 154 Spadef. Like, after +1, after 1 Calm Mind, it's not gonna take shit from, unless it's Spec Sludge Wave, you know? But we will see that in the game. So that's kind of the idea, and plus this thing goes absolutely crazy on his team. Like, if this sets up +1 speed and +1 like special attack and special defense, it just eats ass. All right. Then we got a young Mav. I was thinking of originally running Scarfed, but we decided to go with Mystic Water, because what we have to do is we have to basically abuse Mandibuzz and Alomomola to actually set up SD. And with Mystic Water Aqua Jet, like, +2 Mystic Water Aqua Jet just annihilates fucking Iron Moth. It has no defense, right? And you know that Iron Moth is a big-ass threat. Then, if, let's say, Electro takes some damage and terrestrializes into non-grass, obviously, then we also, can destroy that shit. So this is probably the best set we can go with for Samurott, and obviously Ceaseless Edge for the spikes, you know, Razor Shell. Like, this basically enables us to somewhat try to abuse Alomomola and Mandibuzz at the end of the day, potentially even Hippowdon, okay? Then we got Scarf, Fat Bastard. We're actually bringing only 1 Scarf this week, which is crazy, right? We've been always bringing like triple Scarf, double Scarf, quad choice. We got a fucking 6-0 win last time using quad choiced Pokemon, okay? But no, this time we're doing it a little bit different. We still need speed control. No trick on this because we need the coverage, right? We need the Focus Blast, we need the T-Bolt, and then obviously the stab moves. So this is just there to outspeed shit, to come in and, you know, to just try to do a little bit of progress against the enemy team. Now Zapdos. Hey girl, let me zap those pants off you. Hey girl. We have a little bit of Spadef actually in this shit too. But this is a standard Zapdos. It has U-turn instead of Volt Switch, obviously, because opposition has Hippowdon. So we would want to U-turn out on Hippowdon. And then Discharge and Hurricane look really good into his team, into Nexus's team, right? So like, we're just gonna be most likely spamming that. We're gonna use that to pretty much switch into everything, honestly, realistically everything. If Valiante is brought, this is gonna be our switch into Valiante. This is basically the mid ground for most of the shit, unless it's Cornerstone, you know what I mean, with Ivy Cudgel. So this is gonna be coming in on Alomomola, all that shit. Pretty self-explanatory as well. And then, hey girl, let me zap those pants off of you, it's Arena. Queenly Majesty AV. Like, we were thinking of running HJK, high jump kick, for the King Gambit situation, because let's say King Gambit gets out of hand late game, and I lose my answers to King Gambit, and then I go into this. I obviously don't get affected by Suka Punch because of Queenly Majesty, and then I HJK. But we realized that we have so many ways of beating Gambit. Like Tiago has Will-O-Wisp, right? Then we got Jessica who outspeeds and, you know, doesn't obviously die to Suka Punch. Like, we also have Young Mav that also can do a little bit of damage to it. Then we have a girl at the end of the day, fucking max defense, Zapdos. So we have ways of beating Gambit. That's why we decided to go for Zen Headbutt against the Iron Moth. Again, Iron Moth is a threat, right? And if we get a rapid spin off, let's say against the Powdown as it sets up rocks, or against the Lomamola, we spin, then we are faster than Iron Moth, and then Iron Moth just gets annihilated by Zen Headbutt. It was really between Zen Headbutt and Play Rough and HJK, but Play Rough for the Mandibuzz. Mandibuzz is a bit annoying too, but we do have this, I guess, so we should be fine. And then U-turn obviously for pivoting. Hey girl, let me zap those pants off of you. But that's the team. So as you can see, it's a little bit less setup. I guess 2 setup Pokemon here, but it's a little bit less like immediate damage. It's more of like, and it's not really like bulky, you know what I mean? It's not, this is a very strange team. I feel really uncomfortable going in with this team, if that makes sense. You know, there's no clear plan, and at the same time there's no clear like win con route, if that makes sense. You know, it's a very strange team, I gotta say. But the battle is going up later today, and let's see how this shit goes. This is gonna be very interesting this time. Very interesting. It's definitely not, it's a unique style of team that doesn't seem to be able to do shit immediately, if that makes sense, you know. But we'll see how it goes. Shoutouts to my boy Nexus, and I'll see y'all in the battle.